All right, great. Welcome here again. I'm happy to see that you've made it. And let's get started talking about a class that I'm very passionate about teaching. And especially because we're going to be talking about some habits and some products that have really transformed my life completely. So just for us to get started, I'm going to pull off here my slides. So when we're talking about metabolism and energy, a lot of people think about, metabolism has a lot like this weight loss and how do you look and it's something really important. I love that we're talking about aging, but most important of all is the idea that the tips that I'm going to be giving are all about adding more days into your life. Not even necessarily just more life, more um not only more days into your life, but also adding more life into your day. So how it is that you can live your days with more stamina, with more energy, with more focus, with more mental clarity, which is the thing that we're ultimately looking for. And this class is just a part of a larger program of the health pillars. And it is exclusive to Terra training that we offer for our customers. It's completely for free, available for them. And also for purchase for the ones outside of our community. And then they can get access to all types of educations in all of the pillars, the health pillars that cover from the Terra. And when you want to get some guidance on and some overview of everything that we're speaking here, we have the Live Guide with all of the products that we talk about in a nice summary. And we also have the supplement guide, which I can highly recommend for the people who are more interested in the supplements to know the very specific workings of each one of them. So here are the QR codes that you can just download it for yourself. And for the ones that don't know me yet, my name is Isadora Caporali, and I have been working in the health industry now for 6 years. And in the beginning, it was all about just managing my emotions. I was very unaware of the importance of my metabolic system. And then I had kids. And for a while after my kids were born, my energy was at a very low point. And we had so many situations at home, mental problems, physical problems with me, with my partner, and with my children. And I would do the things I had to do in a day and lay in bed at 8 at night and just crash. There was no energy to live life, quite frankly. And that's when I started learning about the metabolic system and learning about some products that I'm going to be speaking about here today, that everything really transformed to I just have so much energy now that I feel like more mental clarity and more stamina than I did on my 20s. And that feels quite amazing to age in this way. The lessons that I'm going to be sharing today are not only my lessons, but also of a collective of more than 40 health experts. So we have all of these like nutritionists and physiotherapists and health coaches and hormonal experts in our community. And I bring the knowledge from all of them together to bundle something that is very easy, very approachable and holistic so that you can start applying it right now. One of the main foundations of these classes is that we have a mission to teach our customers that wellness starts at a cellular level. A lot of times when we think about our health, we have a certain problem and then we want a solution for it. And that's like informed self-care. I have a hormonal imbalance, what can fix it? I have migraine, what can fix it? And my invitation here to you is as you journey on these questions, look into the foundations of your health. When you work on your nutrition, your digestion, when you move on a daily basis, when your metabolism is at optimal state, when you're sleeping, reducing stress and taking away toxicity of your body is meant to thrive. You'll be experiencing less complaints and you're going to need less informed self-care. And this is the journey that we're doing. Last month, we did nutrition and digestion. We're diving now into metabolism. And in the coming months, we're going to go into movement, stress, sleep, and all of the information that you need to know to create a foundation that you're going to age very well and with quality. My intention for today is that you're going to be here knowing, do you control your metabolism or does it control you? Because sometimes you might feel like you're lacking energy and you're just not feeling well in your skin, and that is because your metabolism is out of control and taking a toll on how you experience reality. And because of that, I honestly think we need a metabolic awakening, and it's happening, and it's something that's completely changing the way we age and the way we approach just at the energy levels in our bodies. I want you to understand the relationship between health span, lifespan, and also that biological aging and metabolical aging are different things. So you can be 36 years old, but your body can be of a 30-year-old. So we are aging, it's a natural process, but that doesn't mean that your health, your your metabolic health needs to age it as well. It's not complicated. It's just some tricks and tricks. Yes, there's a lot of changing in habits and there are products that support, but it's actually quite simple when you understand the foundations. I'm going to show you some tools to sustain your metabolic health and how you can feel much more energized in your days as well. So before we get started, I'd just love to ask for everybody who is here, what is it that is stopping you from living your best life? Do you maybe feel like you don't have energy in your day? Feel free to put it in the chat if you want to share it with us. Or do you look into the mirror and you don't actually like what you see? You have negative thoughts about yourself, too much, too little, whatever it is. Maybe you feel happy and sad towards the day and your mood feels like a roller coaster. Maybe you can't fall asleep or you wake up in the middle of the night and then in the next day you feel like a zombie. Maybe it's mental clarity. You wake up and you're like, there's just so much to do in my life. I don't know how I can possibly cope with everything. Or stress, that, kind of like thing that is hunting us all. What is it that's standing in your way of your best life? Clarity and energy are the answer. Yeah, I get that. Those are the two more important ones for me. And those are the ones that I experienced the biggest transformations as well. And then when we think about your metabolic health, maybe you already know, but it's so much more than most people have imagined. Here are just some aspects that are like measurable and visible and detectable, but there's so much more behind it. Okay, appetite and weight loss, I get it. We all like indoctrinated to think about metabolism and that. But the aging of your cells have to do with your metabolism. Your blood sugar spikes, very important part. We're going to talk so much about it here in this presentation. Your brain connections, your cardio, your energy levels, your hair, your skin, your nails, your immunity is an essential part of your metabolism. Muscle performance, your muscle repair, and your stress levels. All of that are measurable parts of good metabolic health. When you have a problem in any of them, it's a hint that your metabolism is out of balance. And I'm going to show you very easy ways to bring it back to balance. Just before we move into the tips, let's have an understanding here between the relationship of lifespan and health span. So you see this curve over here. So this is the curve of your health span. We're getting it longer and longer. If you're about 30 years old, you're expected to live until you're 83. My kids are likely to live until they're 100. But is it going to be with good quality of life? At this moment, the majority of people have 8 to 15 years in poor quality of health. That means that maybe they have mental problems, maybe their bodies don't function so well, they're not so strong, they're on medication. Maybe they're having like degenerative issues, or they're feeling ill from their heart and their brain, and multiple injuries that just accumulate in a sense of like aging with your poor quality. But I want to give you another opportunity. Like, what if you start building the foundations of your health today, so that it's going to compound 20, 30, 40 years from now. And then you're going to be able to age at your optimal health. So we're going to be extending the health span together with the lifespan. Imagine this. It's your day that you're dying, and you wake up, you go for a walk, you come back, you play with your grandchildren, or you dance, you do something that you love. You prepare a nourishing meal, you eat something that you love, and then in the afternoon you lay in bed and you die. Isn't it a perfect picture? Not being alone in the hospital, not being intubated in every possible way, not having your body feeling sick in bed and injured. But when does it start? What is the foundation for you to build to that? A lot of people think about DNA. And I love saying that, yes, DNA is the loaded gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. So it is the choices that you make around your life that are going to activate the DNA strings that can cause you to age badly. And you know what's going to define what you do today? I'm going to teach you in a bit some meta rituals, things that you can start doing as of tomorrow morning. And in 2 years from now, you notice nothing of difference among them. In 5 years from now, you notice some difference. In 10, 20 years from now, the difference will be massive compared to the ones who have not started these practices. So when do you start? When do you say is the moment that you take in the practice that are going to accumulate in the long term? Now let's just understand some things that have an influence in the lifespan and the health span gap. So you start aging at 25 years old. Until 25 years old, you're young, your cells are young, and you're building up on two molecules that are essential for your aging process, which is collagen and NAD+. Collagen is the most predominant protein in your body and is the one responsible for your hair, your skin, your brain connections, your joints, everywhere that makes you look youthful and you feel youthful, there is collagen, this protein. And then you have NAD+. And this is a wonderful discovery of a couple of decades ago. And that's a molecule crucial on the creation of energy of your cells. It's an enzyme that activates your cells to make the energy that actually makes you feel alive. You know why you feel so energized when you're 25? Because of NAD+ at its peak. You know why you look so good? Because of collagen at its peak. But then from 25 years old, it starts to drop. And when you're 50, you have half of the amount. So that's where your metabolic function starts to decline. That's where it has an impact on all of these elements that I showed you just before. But what it is that you can do so you can tackle this? I've written here a few rituals that you can start before you're going to add any products into your life. Rituals that you can start tomorrow that are going to support your metabolic health and overcome this natural aging process, or even just like improve your aging, the quality of aging. And these are some things that you're going to start adding into your day. Hearty breakfast. As much as you possibly can, eliminate sweet breakfasts in the morning. Blood sugar spike is one of the most important elements of aging. Every time your blood sugar spikes, I'm gonna show you here a visual so that you understand. Every time it happens, you age. The more it does, the faster you age. It's really that simple. So when you start a day with a more sweet breakfast, your blood sugar spike goes peaking, it drops quickly, and your energy level drops quickly. That sets the foundation for your day. So start your day with eggs, with fish, with chicken, with vegetables, some cucumbers, some tomatoes, some carrots. It's really an amazing way to start to start your day. And then always add veggies to start off your meals. So when we start eating, we take the biggest amount of food in the beginning because that's when we're hungry. When you add in your veggies, you make sure that the biggest quantity of what you're eating in a plate is your vegetables. Your vegetables have the vitamins and the minerals that you need without so much of the carbohydrates that are going to cause the sugar spikes. So they are the foundation of you having a more balanced sugar spike and at the same time getting in the vitamins and the minerals that your body needs to function. A good tip that I can give you is to take a short walk after your meals. Something like 5 to 10 minutes already really does the work. And this is just a practice that can be really healthy for you to add into your day. Make sure that you're packing your carbohydrates. So whenever you're going to have a fruit, have some proteins with it. Pack carbohydrates means that you're adding protein to your carbohydrates so that you smoothen this sugar spike. You're going to eat fruits, do some ham, have some chicken, have some nuts, have a handful of almonds, something that can add the protein to smoothen the curve, like melon and prosciutto. So those are just some small practices that you can do that already reduce the oscillation of the sugar spikes in your blood. A lot of the times when we're having cravings, we're actually thirsty. Hydration is an essential part for a healthy aging. So a hydrated skin looks better, a hydrated hair looks better, and hydration is an essential part of your brain function. Our brain are made mainly of water. So when you're not getting enough water, and actually 70% of the population is chronically dehydrated, your stress level is peaking, that's also having an influence on your metabolic level, and your brain with time literally shrinks. If you would see, I have seen actually a photo of a brain of somebody who drinks coffee and alcohol their whole life, and as they age, the brain gets smaller, and that can lead you to more probability of dementia, etc. So drink more water, super essential part. 2 liters or even more in a day, it's really what's going to be giving you the extra boost that you need and combating a lot of the sugar cravings as well. Are you somebody who often eats fast meals? I am, and I totally get it. There is a method that I love teaching, which is a bowl and a sauce method. Have some proteins in your fridge, like some salmon and some smoked chicken. This is what I personally have, but you can also have some steaks. Have some veggies that you can quickly steam and have a few sauces. And when you want to eat something, you just put these veggies and this protein together. You put a sauce on top. It's a delicious meal, and you can make this in literally 10 to 15 minutes. So instead of like just quickly cooking a pasta or quickly putting a pizza in the oven, you have a very healthy fast meal that you can do it at any time. And I know that oat milk is trendy, but this is one of the worst things that you can do for your blood sugar spikes. So when you want to have plant-based milk, opt for coconut, almond, or cashew. And that's the same for yogurt as well. Just oats in general are very harmful for your blood sugar spikes. And this trend of eating a lot of like havermouth and oat milk is really not healthy for your metabolic health. Add more proteins to every meal. So our bodies have 3 sources of energy. One of them is sugars, is the fastest one, then fats, and then proteins. When you're adding more proteins to your meals, you're craving less sugars. The less sugar intake you have, the less blood sugar spikes you're going to have, and the more sustained energy you're going to experience throughout your days. Green leafy vegetables, we spoke a lot on nutrition and digestion, are the base for your digestive system and of great support to your metabolic health as well. So the more green leaves you can have it in your day and in your week, really the better it is. These are the things you're going to be adding, but what are the things you're going to be eliminating? Carbohydrates in the liquid form are really not the best for you. You know, the good smoothie, also very damaging for your blood sugar spike. Like even just an orange juice. If you think about blood sugar spikes, those things that are like just harmless or even the healthy are actually really not. They age you a lot and they just put a lot of sugar on your blood, which causes a messes in your hormones. So have your carbohydrates in solid form instead of blending them. Do you still want to do the smoothies? Then you can add a scoop of protein powder. And just in general, having protein powder in the house is really a great add-on for you to have like quick snacks or just to pack whatever carbohydrates you're doing in liquid form. Large coffee consumption is something that has such a big influence on your sleep. I know that a lot of people nowadays think it's normal to have 3-5 cups of coffee in a day, but it doesn't matter how accustomed you is with it, you still have a human body, and this level of caffeine will impact your sleep levels. Caffeine has a major influence on our sleep cycles, and if you're having problems with insomnia, with falling asleep, you maybe want to cut coffee completely. I eliminated coffee, I drink cacao, and I drink matcha instead, and I noticed that my energy levels are much more stable. I noticed they're much more stable. And that's a very important thing. If you feel like you don't want to have the ups and downs, the tiredness, and the highs and the lows, then eliminating large coffee consumption is one of the most important parts of it. Little sleep. Your body needs 8 to 9 hours of sleep in a night. And maybe you're also used to sleep less, but you still have a human body. It's not what it's optimal for functioning. Your skin cells are going to regenerate when you sleep. Your immune cells are going to be forming when you sleep. Sleep is one of the most important elements for healthy metabolic function and healthy aging. So you know the beauty sleep that grandmas did? They were right. They have been now scientifically proven. Women need even more sleep than men, 15 minutes to an hour. So take the sleep that you can. If you need to move things around and to change habits, really start there. It's one of the best things that you can do for your health. And we're going away from the age of intense strength strain, intense cardios, and working out on cardio for 1 hour, for 1.5 hours. That can create high peaks of cortisol, which instead of putting your body in a fat burning mode, it puts your body in a stress mode, which then keeps the fat in the body because it's like surviving. It's in survival mode. Something that has been working much better is to do like HIIT trainings. And that's when you do 7 to 15 minutes of intense cardio, and then you rest, and then you do some strength training afterwards. You can get incredible results at the gym doing less extensive cardios and packing that in a shorter period of time, and then having some breathing exercises, and then having some strength trainings so that your body still gets like into fat burning mode, but in a regulated nervous system, which allows to burn fat more easily. Stress is like the most boring thing to talk about because everybody knows it, right? I know, I get it. But my question to you when it comes to stress is, ask yourself every single day, do I feel I'm having high cortisol levels in my body? Do I feel stressed out? Yes. What can I do today to reduce it? Have less stress in your life is just so freaking vague. Nobody knows how to do it. But if you think about like, do I need to take a walk today? Do I need to go to the forest today? Do I need to cancel appointments? Do I need to rest more? Do I need to do a meditation on a daily basis? And you do that repetitively, you're going to learn to listen to your body and to regulate your stress levels in a very healthy way. So no, we maybe cannot quit our jobs and we maybe cannot have different family life situations, but you can take 10 minutes to reduce the cortisol in your body when you choose so. Smoking, no words to say, but that's like one of the most important pillars. You want to have a lot of healthy body in the long run. You can quit smoking tomorrow. And the idea that intermittent fasting is for everyone. I know intermittent fasting has benefits, and especially for men is really a great option. However, are you a woman in your fertile phase of your life between 25 years old and 40 years old? Then there are phases of your cycle that intermittent fasting might not be optimal for you. Intermittent fasting puts the body in fight or flight mode, and the high stress levels will affect your production of progesterone. Do you have cycle issues? Do not do intermittent fasting. Is your cycle regulated? Then avoid intermittent fasting during follicular phase, during your menstruation phase. That's a very important tip that I can give you because I know it's a trend, but a lot of women are not aware that their body is not a masculine body and they handle stress in a very different way. If anybody has questions with this, please feel free to put it in the chat. I'll be happy to answer it. Okay, so now that I have given you a bunch of tips that you can start applying today, let's look into what are the obstacles for good metabolic health. And then what are some of the products that can support you with them? There are mainly 4. You have maturing fat cells. You have variations in blood sugar, the blood sugar spikes. You have cellular integrity, which is basically aging. And you have inferior supplementation, which is like not having enough of the vitamins and the minerals that your body needs to function optimally. 2 years ago, doTERRA launched the Meta Power line. This line that I told you that came completely changed my life. It changed my partner's life. And Meta Power was designed with award-winning products to tackle this entire kind of like issues around metabolic health and to give the appropriate supplements that we need for the metabolic awakening. Let's look into these first 3 ones: maturing fat cells, variation in blood sugar, and then cellular integrity. Maturing fat cells. So the very first solution that doTERRA brought to maturing fat cells was Meta Power Essential Oil. So what is maturing fat cells? Your body doesn't make fat cells when you're older. It's when you're a child. Depending on the diet that your parents gave you, you either have more fat cells or less. And then as you age, and depending on your diet, your fat cells get filled up with fat that you eat. And they work like balloons, you see? So you have like all of these balloons in your body, and then as you eat, they fill it up with more fat. When you give your body a lot of sugar to produce energy with, these fat cells, they mature, which means that they become old and they become rigid, and they're going to store this fat there, doesn't matter what. They are not going to feel inspired to make energy out of these fats. On the contrary, they're going to make you crave a lot of sugar so that you can get the energy kick that you need. And then they're just going to be like storing those fats in a very safe way. They also store a lot of toxins there. So there is something of like a brilliancy of the body of protecting itself with the toxins. And if you need like an extra energy in an emergency situation, it has this matured fat cells. But then clinical trials have been done and shown that this essential oil stimulates the body to burn this fat inside of the cells. It doesn't eliminate your fat cells, but it tells the signal for your body, like you don't need the sugar. You can create energy that you want from this fat over there. And that's really like incredible, the results that we have been having with it. So the first step when you want to have good metabolic health is to go from sugar burning modes to fat burning modes. Metapower essential oil can help you with that. And you can do so by adding a few drops in your water or by taking the soft gels and the beadlets. They are all different forms and variations of the same product, which is the oil. When you want to go in kind of like a fat burning diet, if you want to put it this way, I did that last year. Then you're going to be taking 3 soft gels or 9 Metapower oil drops per day. I dropped my body fat percentage in 5% by working with this program, got incredible results. And before I would go to the gym, I would also massage my belly, kind of like signaling my body that I wanted to burn the cells in my abdominal area, which is the area where I lost most of my fat when I was doing this program for 3 months. And then the next obstacle for good metabolic health is blood sugar variations. And if there is one thing you want to take out of this presentation, I would hope it would be this, because when you understand that, you understand the core of metabolic health. There is actually patches that you can wear to track your blood sugar variations. And if you want to kind of like slow your aging, this is the number one thing that you're going to do. So every time that we eat something, the enzymes are going to convert the carbohydrates to glucose, to sugar. And then if you're going to be measuring what happens, your glucose levels rises in your blood like this, goes high. And then your pancreas pumps out some insulin, which is the hormone that breaks glucose, and the glucose goes. And this movement of peaking the glucose in the body is aging. So it's like our bodies is a CD, and every time your blood sugar spikes, there is a scratch on the CD. After a few years, the CD is completely broken. And that's basically what happens with our skin, with our hair, and with our cells. The blood sugar spiking is basically aging. So what can we do if we want to age smoother or age less? You can smoothen the curve. And one of the best ways to smoothen the curve is by having more proteins and less carbohydrates, or for example, by packing, right, our carbohydrates, or having no carbohydrates and more proteins, because then the curve is really low. However, in your main meals, it's very likely that you're going to have carbohydrates. It's also very healthy. So I'm not saying you shouldn't eat carbohydrates. But then what you can do to avoid the blood sugar spiking and to have a more stable energy is to take Metapower Assist. And that's basically made with mulberry leaf extract and berberine. And those are 2 plants that have been scientifically proven to flatten the variation in blood sugar spike. This one, you can take half an hour, 15 minutes before your main meal. And it's going to make sure, you can even measure that. A lot of people have done it when this product was launched. You can measure that instead of doing this, it's just going to do this. Really incredible product to slow down processes of aging. And the last part is cellular integrity. So we get old, right? Our collagen level drops. It's the main protein in our bodies, and our NAD drops. What can we do then? Well, you can replace those molecules that are essential for your cellular integrity. doTERRA has created an award-winning product that, for me, I don't live without it. Like, I love essential oils, but this one is like, it's a non-negotiable product in my shelf. This is a combination of all of these elements over here. Most important of them are 9 types of collagen. I'll show you in a bit which one they are. And the NAD, this NMN, which is the precursor of NAD+. So basically, all of these things that your body is losing, now you're replacing with natural products that give that to you. And this is what's going to give you that mental clarity, that feeling of being 25 years old again, that feeling of like my brain function like I remember, I can tackle things. And then on top of it, it just added some other great things like resveratrol, sea buckthorn extract, liposomal vitamin C and biotin, which are amazing for hair and skin, and hyaluronic acid. When you would buy all these things separately, especially the NAD, you would come on a product of approximately 250 to 300 euros. And doTERRA has bundled it in a €100 offer. So it made it very affordable for you to get all of these benefits that affect cellular integrity and aging. Most of the collagen we buy in the market are types 1 and 2, which are hair and skin. And these collagens are also for joint function, mental health, cell growth, muscle function, cartilage. It's even the invertebral discs. So it's really a very powerful replacement of all the collagens that we need, not only to look good, but to feel good, feel strong in our bodies, to feel strong in our. So the step number 3 that you're going to be taking in your metabolic health program is the MetaPower Advantage. You do this powder bag in water and you chug it. You drink it like in 3 minutes. That's the ideal time for the NAD. I do this one in the morning. I do it before my workout. It's really an amazing add-on to your day. One thing is that this product, like the MetaPower Oil and Assist, you can do it in phases of your life when you need it. The MetaPower Advantage, when you stop taking, you stop having the benefits. So it's really something like collagen and NAD. You need the daily like insert. You need to insert it daily in your body, because when you don't, then your body starts to drop again and you start to lose the benefits. So this is just like a commitment when you want to have to aging well for life, or for periods on your life that you say, I really need to have some support on my skin, support on my health, or on mental clarity. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about dehydration, which is an essential part of cellular integrity. So about like 70% of the population is dehydrated. Too much alcohol, too much coffee, too little water. And dehydration is really a serious problem that is going to slow down your metabolism. It's going to, your thermoregulation, reduce cellular function, and really just stop like influence with brain function as well. Just a little bit of dehydration causes cortisol to peak already. And drinking water is an amazing element, but when you work out, doTERRA has launched those electrolytes, which is a perfect balance between sodium and potassium. And when you drink that, then it opens your cells to receive more water because of the regulation of minerals in your body. And MetaPower Recharge comes with 2 other ingredients, which is baobab extract. It's known as the tree of life, very used in Africa for hydration as well. And ginseng, which studies have shown that it improves the mitochondrial activity. So when you put ginseng together with the electrolytes, it kind of like opens up the mitochondria and increases the cognitive function. So this is a very special add-on in the electrolytes that we have, that other electrolytes in the market do not have, to give some extra benefits. So, okay, now we reviewed the 3 obstacles for good metabolic health. Let's look into superior inferior supplements. If you watched the class last week, you then remember us talking about the importance of, last month, you remember us talking about the importance of supplementation. And metabolic health and nutrition go really hand in hand. So the MetaPower system is a system that helps your body with processing your macronutrients, your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins, right? The carbohydrates is the carbohydrates is the acids, the fats is the oil, and the collagen is the most important protein in the body. Now, your supplements are the ones who are going to be giving your micronutrients, so the vitamins, the minerals, and the omegas that your body needs to function. And then we have 2 options. Lifelong Vitality, it's an incredible complete supplementation line. You can take it in a month, or you can take it in 2 months. In 2 months, it's an amazing value for money of only €45 a month. And it has the vitamins, the minerals, the enzymes, the plants, This one here has, for example, coenzyme Q10 and quercetin. If you know about aging, you know that these two are very important. And also a lot of plants that are optimal for cellular health. And then the fish oils. This is what your body needs to thrive and to function, like the basics, the foundation. And then in May, we're having a launch of GMX, which is basically these two combined together with some greens in a bag that you put it in water. And then it comes with barley grass, spirulina, chlorella powder, acerola, acai, kale, celery, green cabbage, spinach, artichoke, ginkgo biloba, dandelion, turmeric, papaya, mulberry, cranberry, grapeseed, pine bark. There's so many good things in this product. And then the omegas are here together with wild orange essential oil. So it's actually omega that you can chew and eat. This is going to be launching in May, and it's kind of like an upgraded version of this, but you can choose whichever one fits best to your style and what you like to consume. So just to summarize, we have here the community favorites for daily supports, the Meta Power line, when you're working with your metabolic health. We have Mito to Max, which is an add-on, especially for people who feel fatigue, chronic diseases, and their energy is really low. And we have the Meta Power Recharge for hydration. The essentials are the vitamins and the minerals. This one are for kids. And then the probiotics and the enzymes. Do you want to dive more into this? Why probiotics and enzymes together with your vitamins and minerals? Then you can watch the class on nutrition and digestion that I dive into that as well. And for the ones who want to dive deeper into the specific topics, we have a few ebooks that you can go into our customer resources, and you can follow the 30-day metabolic makeover program. You can just download the ebooks, get the products, and go through the program yourself. We have some checklists and things that are going to help you remember the rituals, have some food ideas, and also understand what are the products that you're taking. If you're already our customer, then I can strongly advise you to look into the loyalty rewards program. Especially when you're purchasing your supplements and your collagen, this program is amazing because it's going to give you at least 30% back of what you buy into product points. And that's when it gets really excited to purchase more, because you can get, for example, a lot of times your assist for free, your Meta Power essential oil for free, and it also has free products on a monthly basis, which is something I know our community really loves. And if you're not, then you can start today by choosing your pack, creating an account, and you're going to get immediate access to all of our customer resources. When you're listening to this and you feel like, I would love to bring out this message to my community, we can help you share doTERRA and you can get your products paid for. And if you feel like you want to build another income, you want to do a business sharing these products and to have more impact, just let us know. I'll be more than happy to guide you in the steps of how you can do that. And then I have a question here from Inga. Should you do step 1 with the Meta Power oil anyways, or only when you want to burn fat? So you already have a good fat level, should you still take it? Yeah, really good question. So it depends. Are you having as a priority working on your metabolic health? Then yes. Then the system is really complete. But for example, you can do that for 3 months, and then you can continue on with the collagen. If your priority is not working on your metabolic health in general, but only cellular integrity, then you can do only the collagen, the Meta Power Advantage. Does that make sense? Because when you work on the metabolic health, you're going to be working with your blood sugar spikes, with your fat cell burning, and with the intake of collagen and NAD for the program. But when you say, actually, I just want the extra energy and I just want to keep like my cells young, then you can skip the oil and you can skip the assist. Yeah, does it help? Nice, amazing. Which products you recommend for perimenopause? For sure, the Meta Power Advantage. And I also would love to recommend the Lifelong Vitality. So Lifelong Vitality and Meta Power Advantage are the 2 products that are going to build the foundation. You actually don't need anything else. And maybe probiotics. Probiotics can also really help with the menopause, entering menopause. They are not super essential, but they are a nice add-on. But Meta Power Advantage and Lifelong Vitality will already make an incredible difference for you. Nice. Are there more questions still?
No, thank you.
No? Okay, nice. So we're gonna give away a peppermint touch, right? To one of these two. How do we do it?
And then choose a number, your count.
Okay. Who chooses the number? You choose. You choose a number between 1 and 10, Ka.
8.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inga. Inga, are you able to send me a WhatsApp with your address, please, so that we can send you a peppermint touch as a gift?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Thanks.
Nice. Amazing. Then we do that. I love it that you both were here. Nice to see you again, Bruce, and always such a pleasure. Love it that you joined.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Are you already using the lifelong vitality for the perimenopause?
No, I had a Metapower Advantage, these powders.
Yeah, how did it work for you?
I didn't use them actually.
Oh,
I didn't needed them, but I bought a bunch of products, and it was one of the monthly in the monthly promotion. So I received it like this. But then I started to feel a little bit. I'm going towards that stages.
yeah.
So
Do
I
you
also
still have it?
yeah, I still have it.
Oh God, then please get the
Yeah.
lifelong vitality and then take them both together and just see how you feel, because you're gonna. We just had Nanette in another call saying that she started it and she feels like completely different after a month.
Yeah, yeah. I also feel like a bit tired these days, so I had been taking every day one for the last 3 days.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it gives a little bit extra boost
yeah.
at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And what I feel is that, like, on the first week, maybe you see your hair a little bit better. And then after what, like 3 weeks is when you start feeling like, okay, this is great. And when you can do it for 3 months, this combo, I think that's when you're really gonna see like, okay, I made a shift
Mm.
into the experience of my perimenopause of before and after.
Okay, good.
Nice, keep me
you.
posted. I'll be happy to hear.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you all for being here. Send you a beautiful kiss. Have a nice evening.
You too.
You.
Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.